I would like to talk to you about one of my linguistic heroes, one of my heroes from the isiZulu language, a man who had a huge impact on this language of Queen Mtania that we call Olugamtania Ulimi. And his name is uThokozani Mandlenkosi Ernest Nene. If you haven't heard of uThokozani Nene before, who had the nickname Igaba Lembadada, ask your parents or speak to your grandparents if you are a mother tongue isiZulu speaker. In general, you can also just ask around. Ask people who know the isiZulu language, who was uThokozani Nene. Just to tell you a little bit more about this very, very interesting and profound man. uThokozani Nene was born on 19 September 1944. He started working. You can find out more about his schooling, where he went to school, and so forth. What is very important for us to know is that in the year 1971, that was the year that King Goodwill Zwelithini's reign started, uThokozani Nene started to work at the radio. Back then it was called Radio Bantu. Now, uThokozani Nene, Igaba Lembadada, was able to translate the news from Afrikaans and from the English language into the isiZulu language. But what he was mostly known for was his ability to coin new words. And this is what I would like to focus on when it comes to this very, very interesting man, whom we would call in isiZulu iciko langempela. Mtaka Nene wabe ekwazi ukucikoza ngolimi lwesiZulu. He was able to speak in the most beautiful terms when he spoke isiZulu. He was known to be a man who was able to coin and to creatively create new terms for things that there weren't words for in the isiZulu language. Let me give you one example. The word ingculaza, which is the illness of AIDS that we are so familiar with in South Africa, but also internationally. This word ingculaza was coined by Igaba Lembadada. Let me give you another word, another well-known word in the isiZulu language, umalugaju. A serial killer, a person who kills people the one after the other. This word, umalugaju, was coined by uThokozani Nene. There are so many examples that can be named. He was awarded, he was honored by the government of South Africa before he passed away for the contribution that he made to the isiZulu culture, especially to the language of the Amazulu people. Unfortunately, he passed away at the age of 64 on his birthday, the 19th of September 2008. The reason why the person of uThokozani Nene is so important in our own day is we need amagaba embadada now more than ever. He was called Igaba Lembadada. We need many knowledgeable and creative linguistic artists in the isiZulu language in our own day. Why should languages like English, why should languages like Portuguese or French or other colonial languages have a full vocabulary of everything in life, whether it be science, whether it be medicine, whether it be law or philosophy, religion, anything under the sun. These languages have a vocabulary, but izilimi zethu azinawo amazwi okubiza yonke into emikhakheni yonke empilweni. Why? So my question is, why should the language of isiZulu not also have a full vocabulary for everything, so that going to university you'd be able to study anything, any sphere of life in the isiZulu language? But it starts with a dream. It starts in the hearts of people where they say, let's do it. Let's do it. I asked the question a while ago, why do the AmaZulu people count in English? And quite an amount of people, quite a big amount of people blamed somebody else. They blamed circumstances outside of their control. There was one young man who said, listen, it can still be fixed. It can be fixed. You see, there is hope. Where somebody says, let's do it. Let's go for it. So, find out a little bit more about uThokozani Mandlenkosi Ernest Nene. Speak to people around you about this man. He did not sit on a chair and listen how terms from other languages entered into the isiZulu language. He fought back. But he fought back with his creative mind and his creative tongue and coined new isiZulu words so that he could say, cha, amagama emfakelo enu asiwadingi. We don't need your words anymore from your language outside of isiZulu. Sesiyaqamba awethu amazwi. We are coining our own terms now. That is the example of uThokozani Nene. Isn't it an example that is to be followed in our own day?